I'm Dr. Kathleen Walls, and you are watching Dr. Walls and Friends on UCCN. Where is my passion, purpose? Where can I find it? Where is my passion, purpose? Where can I find it? Where is my passion, purpose? Where can I find it? Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it. Dr. Walls and Friends. Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it. Dr. Walls and Friends. I find passion, purpose, inspiration too. At Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it. Dr. Walls and Friends. Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it. Dr. Walls. Dr. Kathleen Walls.
And this is Sister Aisha, and you're watching Dr. Walls and Friends on UCCN.
Nazareth High School. And I am sitting here with one of the key stakeholders in this event. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you very much. My name is Patricia Chin, and I'm the founder of VP Records. And I just want to congratulate everyone for taking part in the Reggae Culture Salute. And it's a beautiful performance. Sharon told me it's the 10th year, and we are so happy to be here.
Yes, it's amazing. I can't believe it's been 10 years already.
Yes, it's 10 years.
Yes.
A lot of struggle, but I think she's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I want to congratulate her and the staff and everyone that's making this possible and to preserve reggae music.
Yes, yes. So now tell me, in your role, how did you get involved in music and reggae music at that?
Well, that's the big question. Everybody asks me, how does an Asian woman does reggae music over 50 years?
Wow.
And way back home from Jamaica in the West Indies, my husband and myself started a used record store, and then we built a studio, and it's over 50 years. This year we celebrated 35 years in America.
Okay.
And it's been a journey.
Congratulations.
And, yes, thank you. And I'm very proud and pleased. I've been to Spain 2 months ago, and my music is all over the world.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm very proud to be here and to embrace my culture, and I will ever be a part of my culture.
That's right. That's right. And I love that you said that, because so many times when it comes to reggae music, people have one image in their mind. And so this is an opportunity for people to expand the image that they keep in their mind.
Yes, reggae music is all over the world.
That's right.
Every culture embraces it, and I feel very proud to be a part of that, my culture, and I wouldn't give it away for anything else.
Well, I thank you so much for taking this time out to talk with us. Continue to enjoy this wonderful show. And again, I'm with you. We give congratulations to Sharon Gordon and to Carlisle and to everyone who's helping to make this event grow and become more and more popular and needed each year.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Be a part of this struggle and a part of this journey to preserve reggae music.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends.
If Dennis Brown were here, I think he'd probably say something like this, right? Listen what Dennis would say. If I follow my heart, I'm gonna love you. And if I follow my dreams, I'm gonna leave you. I think only true love that makes me feel this way. But love's not enough to make me wanna stay. What can I do?
Welcome back to Dr. Walls and Friends, and we are live at the 10th Annual Reggae Culture Salute here at Nazareth High School in Brooklyn. And I am here with one of my favorite spoken word artists. And please introduce yourself to the listening audience.
Rasta Sergeant for the word, sound, power, you know?
Yes, and you just did an amazing piece. Tell the people about the piece that you just did.
I did a piece titled Tribute to Peter Tosh, titled Touch of a Mystic Man, and that was just all his work, the compilation of his, it was a compilation of his album title, song title, and I just weaved them all together, you know, and it was the spirit of Peter. It was the spirit of Peter because there was no way that I could write that without the spirit of Peter passing through me, you know. And I haven't done it in a long time. It's a piece that I wrote like probably about 15 years ago, but probably it's probably the second time I've ever performed it live. It's not a piece that I touch unless I am compelled to touch. So this is the second time I ever perform it live.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did it feel tonight with the energy coming at you?
Energy was good. Energy was good because I'm the type of person is like I know you can't just get on a stage and just depend on the people. So I have to take the energy with me. So I took the energy on the stage with me. And if you take the energy up there with you, then the people will feel you and feel the positive vibe. So that is the whole thing. As the artist, never go on the stage waiting for the audience to bring the energy. It's not the artist's job. It's you who have to bring the energy and pass it on to the audience. You know? That's the way it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
right.
if anyone has ever seen him perform, you bring it every time.
I'm a madman on the stage. So you have to be. I always look at, ever since I've been performing, I look at artists as poets. Poets don't get the recognition as the DJs and the great singers. But I thought if I was supposed to be an artist on the stage, then I am going to be the madman like a Capleton or a Sizzler or a Michael Jackson, you know, who they get on the stage and it's just magic, you know, whatever, you know, and that's how I'm not the poet who's going to sit in a dark room whispering words. No, I am not that type of poet. I'm a spoken word artist.
Yes. Well, let me ask you this. I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there something that's touching your heart right now that you'd like to share with the people?
Yeah, all right. Since I did the Peter Tosh, and Peter Tosh turned 70 about 2 weeks ago, Bob Marley will turn 70 on the 6th of February next year because they were one blood, you know. And so we will be doing a poetic tribute to Bob Marley at the New Rican Poets Cafe on his birthday next year, the 6th of February.
Okay.
So while I did the Peter, I will do that. I will touch a piece of the Bob Marley tonight, you know.
Right.
It's a natural mystic just blowing through the wind with the three little birds singing lively up yourself. Bob Marley may be gone, but his spirit is still living. With so much things to say, still keeping us jamming. Because rebel music of Trenchtown will always rock, and no crazy ballad can stop that. No woman a cry, the heathen asks why. You see them can't hear the music of the redemption song, but the real situation, you see them can't understand, so them are saying, could you be loved? And I tell them God above while holding us down in them concrete jungle, telling us to be humble. But as Bob would sing, we now worry about a thing because every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Yeah, fire.
That's it,
fire.
you know.
You better go ahead.
Alright, and again, that is another mystical piece. I wrote it in 1992 when I visited 9 miles and was up there on the hill. And if you have never been to Jamaica, or if you are Jamaican and you have never been to 9 miles, take a journey and you will feel Bob Marley's spirit upon that little hill.
All right now. Now for people to continue to hear more of your work, follow you, what is the best way for them to keep in touch with you or to follow you on the website or somewhere?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm media illiterate, so best way is Facebook through Rasta Sergeant. You know, all my poems are on, you know, on Facebook, or there's a couple YouTube videos, you know, just Ras, RASOSAGYEFO, all right? And our true CPR, because I am the Poet Laureate. It's an official job, the Poet Laureate, you know, that means I am the one who make noise for CPR.
Right. That's right.
All right.
Well, we thank you for joining us here today.
Blessing, blessing, blessing.
Blessings to you as well.
Right.
We'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends.
One love.
Thank you.
Well, this is your girl Tasha T representing for UCCN.TV. You don't know, keep it locked because only a woman knows. Yes, I am. none of them can get to we head. Cause in a fire them must spread them bed. If you bite the ends that feed you, you're just like a walking dead. You don't know Tasha T said that. Keep it locked, www.uccn.tv. Yes, I am. Real talk was said.
Mr. Don Minot, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good, ma'am. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and I had the opportunity to see you last year as well.
Yes.
And so here you are, back-to-back performance.
Yes, the promoters said they got some good feedback last year and they invited me to return this year.
Yeah.
So here I am.
That the audience loved you last year and they loved you again this year.
Yes, I just checked Facebook and it's blowing up
See?
with my performance.
And I can understand why.
Yes.
I can understand why. I'm telling you, wait till you see the clips that we have of him jumping and hopping on stage. I was afraid we weren't going to be able to get an interview because I said, oh, he might be tired afterwards.
No, I'm good. I always bring energy. When I'm on stage, I'm in my element, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now tell me this, reggae music, how long have you been performing? How long has it been a part of your life?
Well, actually, I'm a poet at heart. I started writing poetry when I was young in Jamaica, out of high school. I went to St. Jago High School.
Okay.
And so I started writing poetry, and I went up to the Creative Arts Center up in New Kingston and did a workshop on creative writing and poetry and drama. And I entered the literary competition in Jamaica, and I didn't win, but I got honorary mention.
Okay.
And so that kind of boosted my morale, and I've been writing poems. I came to the United States in 1986 with a whole book of poetry.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually didn't pick up a mic and start singing until I came to the States.
Interesting.
Yes. I went to a basement party, and back then they were spinning the dub side of the vinyl. And somebody gave me the mic, and they thought it hit me. Why don't you put some of your poetry to the music?
Yes.
And the crowd went crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning.
Yeah, that's how Don Minot, the singer, came about. But I'm really a poet.
Okay.
Yes.
And so now, well then I have to ask you then, so then going from that to looking at the spoken word movement where you hear people setting their poetry to music,
Yes.
they haven't crossed over into singing like you did,
Yes.
or like I would say like a Jill Scott who's also crossed her poetry into music.
Yes.
What are your feelings? Do you ever do any spoken word?
Yes, on my album, my second album that I'm pushing right now, there's a dub poetry on a track called Cry Blood. And the album is called Speak for the Poor.
Tell us a little bit about those two pieces.
Well, Cry Blood is speaking to the economic conditions of the oppressed people. I mean, it doesn't matter which color, because you have black and white who are being oppressed economically, and so I speak to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and the title track, which is Speak for the Poor, the first line said, "Why must I be silent when I see so much hunger and poverty?"
Yes.
You know, because I'm from a little place in Jamaica called Central Village, out of Spanish Town, and it's a poor community. I go back home on vacation and it's still poor.
Wow.
Nothing has changed in 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm a product of the ghetto, and so I write from the experience of the ghetto.
Yes, yes. So I would say, you know, when I talk to the different artists this evening, one of the things is that they talk about how reggae music is from the soul.
Yes.
And so here you are, a poet and someone who sings and performs reggae music.
Yes.
Talk about that combination for you that you bring to reggae music.
Yes. When I was going to Creative Arts Center, they taught you about moods, writing moods. So sometimes I'm in a singing mood, sometimes I'm in a dub mood, and depending on the vibe at the time, I might go in the studio and come out with a dub poetry, or I might go in the studio and come out with a song. But I'm comfortable now both ways. Either way, after doing it so long, but the message is always consistent.
Yes.
I'm done with the struggle. I speak of the struggle. I'm part of the struggle. I am the struggle.
All right. All right. And so with that message, what is the message that you want to convey to the world with your artistry?
Well, for me, I'm a Pan-Africanist. and I try to speak to my own people because I think my own people is in trouble economically, socially, spiritually, and I'm trying to uplift my own people. And if others want to come along, fine, but I'm trying to speak to my own people and try to uplift them, elevate them, motivate them. That's my mission.
I love it, because I'm thinking here you get a chance to do it in two ways. For those people who maybe through the written word of the poetry, and then also obviously through the vibration of music.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, the message is consistent. If you listen to my songs or you listen to my dub poetry, it's the same message.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now for people to follow you, to find you, to buy your music, what is the best way for them to stay in awareness of what you're doing?
Well, they can find me on Facebook. I have my music page called Dan Minot on Facebook. I also have my regular page called Donald Minot, which is my given name. I'm also on Reverb Nation. I'm also on Twitter. Or you could just Google my name, Dan Minot, and the whole entire history, pictures, past shows, everything comes up if you Google my name. You can find me. And it will tell you where you can get my albums to buy.
Okay. And now for those people who are listening right now, some of them are poets, spoken word artists. What recommendations or words of inspiration do you have for them to continue to share that message that's inside of them?
Yeah, I would say it's frustrating sometimes because you're trying to convey a message, and sometimes it's like you're up against a wall, but you got to keep pushing and believe in what you're doing. It's a mission, and it's not about money. I have a song called I'm Working. It says my reward cometh from thee, so I'm not worried about riches nor vanity. So that's where I'm at.
I love what you're saying. There's a colleague of mine, and we often talk about it's the mission before the money.
Right.
And do the mission part, and the money will come.
Yes. I just love being on stage, trying to impart this positive message that I carry. I just love doing it, and as long as I am able to do it, it's not always about money.
Yeah. Well, I would say you definitely brought it and did it tonight.
Yes.
So I thank you once again. CPR thanks you once again for sharing your word, your message, and your talent with us.
Yes, and I just want to say, whoever is out there listening, come be a part of CPR and be a member.
That's right. All right.
And Dr. Kathleen Walls.
And I'm the Real Storm, and you're watching Dr. Walls and Friends on UCCN. Yeah, man. These are the real Jamaican rock. Oh gosh, pick up yourself every time, Dr. Walls. Awesome.
Right. Yes.
4 years ago, 72 nations ascended upon the land for the great coronation. I present to you the land. There is
started to sing. I said, wait a minute, she playing and singing too? And
Yes.
wonderful. So now how long have you been playing the flute?
I've been playing for many, many years. I started in elementary and high school, but really my professional career began when I went down to Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, and I had the opportunity to study with some great people in music. Johnny Dizzy Moore from the Scatterlights, Earl Chinna Smith, guitarist, Eggy from Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, who also passed as well, and my dear, dear beloved friend Cedric M. Brooks. Rest in peace.
Okay. Wow. And so now with your music, do you also write your own music?
I do. The two songs you heard were actually original songs that I wrote myself, and so I'm just excited to be here.
Wonderful. You had a great crowd listening.
Thank you.
How did it feel to be up there in front of everybody?
It felt great. It felt wonderful. I'm glad I've been able to express myself and actually teach the people a couple of things.
Yes.
As you heard, my second song was Queen Yashimabet, and most people don't acknowledge the mother of His Imperial Majesty, and so I wanted to pay a tribute to her.
Wonderful, wonderful. And the other thing that I liked about your performance was it helped set the tone for the evening.
Yes.
So I thank you for bringing that energy in here.
Thank you, Mike.
So now for people who would like to listen to your music or find out more about you, what's the best way for that to happen?
The best way to contact me is through RMV Group, and the email is R as in Rochelle, M as in media, V as in vision, rmvgroup@yahoo.com.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for taking this time with us.
Thank you, Dr. Wolf.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends.
This nation will rise up, live up to the symphony of brotherhood. Did you ever know that you were my hero? You're everything I would like to be. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains to New York.
fit and physical.
Now talk about that. Your music is so inspiring, uplifting, and so where do you get your themes from to write about?
My themes?
Yes.
I mean, I was brought up in a Rastafarian home, you know, and brought up with my mom, and she has taught me to love and appreciate the Bible, you know, and that alone helps to shape who I am today in terms of, you know, uplifting, motivating, and, you know, I write about, you know, my experiences, you know, inner city issues, you know, relationships between a man and a woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I have a song on the album called Long Distance Relationship.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't just stick to one set of, you know, topic. It's all versatile, and as long as it's uplifting, you know, and my music has to have a message in it.
And that's what I was going to ask you. What is, as an artist, what is the message that you hope people receive through you and from you?
Well, the most important is that my music, I try to uplift them and to educate them. You know, like for example, the Amharic language, Ethiopian language. You know, I try to educate them about things that they're not even aware of, but they don't even take the time out.
Yeah.
So I try to pick topics and lyrics that it's totally different. When you listen to it, you have to say, I wonder what she's talking about, or where did she get that from? You know? Another song I have, In the Jungle, for the youths, them, the gangsters out there. A lot of people wouldn't sing about that, because everybody a bad man, everybody a gangster.
Right.
But I made sure I pointed to them. How long you think you're gonna last in the jungle? How long you gonna live that way? You know what I mean? So there's so much different things.
And I'm just thinking of your music really is like a key where it just unlocks and awakens people.
Yeah, definitely.
So as I'm listening to you, I'm going, I gotta talk to Sharon, and we can get a powerhouse hunt, you and Itana from last year and Marcia Gris, and do a whole, because you've been doing a tour where you just finished your tour.
The Real Talk tour.
The Real Talk tour. Tell the people about their tour.
Hi. I need to look to the camera. Well, the Real Talk tour, I mean, it went well. I did my album launch in
2014, early?
No, this year.
Okay.
This year. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
It's all right.
Anyway, so, you know, I was doing the tour. I did a launch here in New York City, and then I did a show in Long Island.
Yeah.
I went to the Chicago, the Festival of Life.
Oh, wow.
Delaware, the People's Festival. Grooving in the Park.
Festival?
Yes.
Oh, I missed you. I was out of the country.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, usually we come down to the People's
Trust
Festival.
me, it's nice there.
It was wonderful, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And this time I had a band and everything, so it was nice, you know? And Grooving in the Park, I was at Grooving in the Park, and, you know, whole lots of festivals. But all of them was great. I mean, people who never, you know, heard of me or whatever, it was nice to see how well they embraced my music.
Wonderful.
And singing along as if they knew the song from before. And, you know, it's nice. And I see myself, you know, going to Europe next year.
Good.
You know, so everything's going well.
It's one, you know, and it was interesting because as I was reading some of your bios, I said, wow, she's touched the Canadian market. You've touched so many international markets in reggae. I mean, your career is just growing and blossoming in leaps and bounds.
Yeah. And I just recently got an award, the Trailblazer Award in Canada, and I also got the Queen Elizabeth Jubilee Medal Award.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. It's an award from the Governor of Canada.
Okay.
You know, thanking me for the years I've been contributing my time and, you know, to my community and peers, you know. So, I mean, I have like over 20 awards now.
And the ambassador now?
Yeah, musical ambassador for Read Across Jamaica Foundation. You know, and as I said that, you know,
education is the key to success, and I try to, uplift the youth them as well, because we know a lot of youths have gone astray, and we have to grab them from now.
Yes, we do.
You understand? So I will continue to put that in their head.
Yeah.
That to continue to strive for the best,
Well, thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you get back to the concert and enjoy. Now, tell the people how they can find you. What websites, Facebook page would you like them to go to?
Okay, well, you can go to tashatmusic.com. That's my website.
All right.
I have Instagram, Tasha T, Rasta T, Facebook, Tasha T, Music Official. There's so much of it.
And where can they buy your music?
Oh, the album is distributed by VP Records. They can go to vpreggae.com or iTunes or Amazon. But once you go on my website, tashatmusic.com, the link and everything is there.
Perfect. Well, continue to be an inspiration and encourage and uplift the community. Thank you for the work that you do.
Man. Give thanks.
All right. And we'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends.
I love you.
When me say, Judge, I love me say, I will me adore. Love the king, me say, of this I'm sure. Great things me know, him have in store. Me tell you this once more, I am a lion. I love his majesty, the king, your eye no say. When me say, this lion, I want to say. When me say, this lion. It's right. Yeah. How you feeling? Good? How you feeling?
I'm here with someone who I've been waiting to see, because with a name like yours, I had to see who this person was. So please introduce yourself to the audience.
It's so good to be here. Thanks. It's the Real Storm, and it's a pleasure being here. Signed to Signature Records from out of Kingston, Jamaica. Coming here from Baltimore, Maryland. It's an awesome, awesome pleasure being here and finally meeting you as well. So the pleasure is mine too as well. Thank you.
I loved when you came on the stage, because you were like, wait a minute, we're going to set this atmosphere right. Tell the people about that. Why was that necessary for you to do?
Well, I kind of like to draw the crowd when I first come on stage. I like to draw them because the message is so powerful and I like them to be paying attention. So I like to grasp their attention so that they're fully relaxed and into me. I like to introduce myself to them so that we're fully acquainted, that we can break the ice so we can go in towards the message, straight up to the message. Yep.
So now your message as a reggae artist, what is it that you want the people to receive from you?
Well, my message is one of upliftment for my gender, as well as for my race, as well as for all people. Just upliftment, staying focused, being aware of what is going on. Because there's a lot of stuff that's going on now that might be funny to some, that they might post all these videos on Facebook about and all that stuff, but it's serious. And I'm just trying to keep my people focused and militant in the trot, and knowing that in these times we have to keep Jah close to us. So that's my message. Upliftment, power for the people, morals. I'm for the poor. I speak on behalf of the poor, and I speak of truths and rights, and that's my message. Yeah, man.
So now you have to tell me, how did you get the name The Real Storm?
And it's funny because that name actually, when I first started doing music, I was just Storm, and that name was given to me in the studio. I was in a studio in Jamaica, in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, Music Avenue, that used to belong to President Brown, and Frankie Paul was there, Courtney Melody was there, and I was just messing around because I used to go there with my cousin, and just messing around, and they put a rhythm on, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna write something to it, and they start laughing because they don't know that side of me, and I wrote something to it real quick, and they were like, in half an hour you come up with this weight and you blow like a storm, and then the name Storm just stuck to me. And then when I got to know Rastafari, when I got to know the teachings of him and the works of him and all of that stuff, the teachings of Marcus, I changed my name to The Real Storm because I felt now that was like the real me coming forth. So I wanted to make made that known because I had had songs prior to that the meditation was different. So I want to differentiate between the both. That was Storm then, but this is the real Storm now. Yeah. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks.
So now for people who want to see you perform, so they'll have the opportunity to see some clips from tonight's show. But if they want to come see you live, where can they go to find out where you'll be performing next? Where can they go to purchase some of your music? And where can they go to hire you if they want you to come?
Most definitely. I'm on Reverb Nation. You can look for me on Reverb Nation, The Real Storm. I'm also on SoundCloud as The Real Storm as well. I'm also on Mixcloud as The Real Storm. I'm on Facebook as The Real Storm. I'm on Twitter as The Real Storm. I'm on Instagram as The Real Storm. So just check out The Real Storm. I have an album that's called Nostalgia that's available on iTunes. So you can pick it up on iTunes. It's on iTunes, Google Play, eMusic, Juno downloads, and a host of other online stores. So it's called Nostalgia. By that time I was Storm before I changed my name to The Real Storm. So just check that out, as well as other music coming from Storm, The Real Storm, same one. From out of, also big up yourself to Dini Element from out of the UK. Just voiced a mad track for him, crazy. And also Luton Fire, that Baby I'm Leaving thing. I'm getting constant emails about it. So just big up yourself to Luton. Yeah man, give thanks.
Well, I thank you so much for taking this time with us.
Thank you.
Continued blessings and success.
Thank you.
All right.
So did you enjoy the performance?
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed the performance. And I have to tell you too, and I'm going to get this while we're on tape. When you stopped in the beginning, like I said, and you set the atmosphere and you told the people to pay attention to the signs, I thought that was so important. Now, what made you share that message at that moment?
Because I know a lot of times, you go to functions and you get caught up in just the entertainment aspect of it. So I just wanted to say, okay, I'm here to entertain, but also make sure that you listen to the message as well. Outside of just the rhythm and how the rhythm make you feel and how the voice probably resounds and resonates around the room. Just listen to the message as well and pay attention to it. So I just wanted to get that out there as soon as I started because I didn't want him to miss anything. Yeah.
So see, when you say the real storm, for me, like I think about when there's a real storm, it calls your attention. It's not like a nice rain that causes you to go to sleep. That means you are awake. And so when I think about you and your performance and the message, it is the awakening, it's the staying awake to consciousness so that you receive the message. Yeah.
And let me say, you're even beautiful because I've been here. Sharon has told me about you, but you're even more beautiful in person. And it's a pleasure meeting you. It's awesome being here in New York. I always get a wonderful reception from the people of New York, and it's just wonderful being a part of the Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music because I think that is very integral. Also, you have artists that they need somebody to guide them. In terms of how you conduct yourself during interviews, how you conduct yourself, how you dress when you're going out to a performance and stuff like that. So stuff like that is important, and I just want to say big up to the Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music, Brother Carlisle and Sharon. Big up yourself every time. I think you're doing a wonderful job, and thanks again for having me. It's awesome being here. Yeah man, really. Yeah, give thanks.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends. Dr. Kathleen Walls.
Yeah, this is Gary Nestapine, and you're watching
Dr.
Walls and Friends on UCCN. Check it.
We are here live at the 10th Annual Reggae Culture Salute, and this beautiful woman who I'm sitting here with, you may remember her from last year at the 9th Annual, the songbird herself, Michie Bella. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm giving thanks. God has been good to me.
Yes.
Thank you.
It has been a year. So last year we had a chance to talk after you performed, and this year has been a little different.
Yes.
So what's been going on this year?
Well, I had to take time off because of my car accident.
Yes.
And it's just been rough, really rough.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm giving thanks. I'm still alive.
Yes.
I'm here, and I feel so blessed. I could have died, but I'm here.
That's
so
right.
I'm just preparing myself for the greater that's in store.
Yes. And you know what? I think it's so important, and I thank you for taking this time out to share this with us, because when we're on our path, there are things that come along the way to bump us and knock us off the road.
Yes.
And this is one of those spaces that it sounds like it is for you.
Yes.
And so this is really an opportunity for you to share some words of inspiration and encouragement. How have you been able to
First, I have to give God the praise because with knowing the love of God, it helped me to maintain myself during this, I should say, it's a tough ordeal.
Yeah.
Because, well, again, thank God for my husband and my family and my friends. And thank you, Dr. Walls, for being so supportive. And Ed and the UCCN family.
Yes.
Thank God for you guys. And apart from that, it's tough because you know when you're a singer and you have to put it aside for a while.
Yeah.
It's their trying. But with the word of God, it keeps me motivated every day. Don't give up. Keep fighting.
That's right.
Keep fighting because there's no give up.
That's right.
In the Father's kingdom. It's just so with that, every day I try to write a song, even when I'm in pain and suffering.
Wow.
I try to write a song or I try to sing a little note. And it has been very trying because I also did a thyroid surgery for cancer.
Yes, you did.
And I'm also speaking this very inspirational to women out there or men because I didn't know about this at all.
Yes.
It just creep up on me. And being a singer and having to undergo such a horrific surgery, it's, you know, and the fact that my singing is right there in my larynx.
Yes.
So, you know how trying that can be, but thanks be to God, I'm still here.
Yes.
I'm fighting, I'm not giving up, and I'm gonna get greater and better.
That's right. She gonna make me pull out a tambourine, y'all. Go ahead. Yes. Yes.
So I know that the God that I serve is not done with me yet.
That's right.
I'm just beginning.
That's right.
So my career is going to take on. As soon as I'm over my doctor treatments, then I'll be ready.
That's right. And see, in the process, a new you is emerging.
Yes.
So see, it was before we called you the Songbird. I think we might have to change you to the Phoenix. That's I understand. You know, a few weeks ago, I actually lost my voice, and just from a cold and illness. And for someone who runs their mouth all the time,
yes,
it's hard to be quiet.
I know that feeling. I can relate to that so much. I can relate to
yes,
because you know you have this voice inside, and God give it as a blessing.
That's right.
And you want to share it with the world. You want to inspire people. You want to encourage them, motivate them, make them feel that life through the music. And when you are unable to do that for a while, it is so trying and challenging. But you know what? I'm so motivated inside, never to give up.
That's right.
And thank God I'm a fighter.
Yes. Yes.
And I believe that God did not give me a spirit of fear.
That's right.
But of courage and power to fight and trample enemies.
Go ahead. Yes. Yes. She gonna make me start jumping up and down, y'all. Yes.
But you know, I just want to say thanks to my family and my friends and my fans and everybody who has supported me through and through, my doctors and nurses and even the garbage man and everybody who supported me. I'm really, I can't believe to tell you how blessed I am or how I feel appreciative towards everyone who has inspired me, kept me going, being a part of my life.
You know,
God bless you all.
Amen. And God bless you as well. And we will continue to pray for you. And we look forward to when those other notes begin to come out of you. And so you just rest until it's time.
Yes.
And then when get that tap on that throat, when it's time for that song to come out, they're already written.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And the melodies are there too.
See?
So it's just because also I'm doing physical therapy because I met in the accident and I had to do 3 different surgeries.
Yes.
And it's also challenging because I have to be balancing both visiting physical therapy to the doctors, to different things. So it's It's really, really tough. But there's nothing when you are determined that you can't conquer.
You look in that camera and tell them people that again.
There's nothing that you cannot conquer once you are determined to survive and to make it.
That's right.
Destiny is yours for greatness.
All right now. See, now y'all didn't know we was going to have a word today at the 10th Annual Reggae Culture Salute. But Miss Bella, she brought it. She brought it, see, because she has a message to give, whether it's through a song or through the spoken word.
Yes.
You deliver powerfully each time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Dr. Wall.
Of course, of course. And we'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends.
I'm good, doing good. Just perform and feeling great, you know?
Yes.
Yes.
And you brought a amazing energy to the building.
It's natural. So, yeah, natural.
Yes. And so now your story in reggae culture is truly fascinating.
Yeah. Well, it coming from the days in Port Antonio, Jamaica, where we used to, as kids, we used to make our own drum sets.
Yes.
And blow comb and all that stuff. And learn to play some little guitar and stuff. And then it become a reality because I used to be around Burning Spear.
Yes.
Because my best friend that I grew up with, Devon Bradshaw, started playing bass when he was maybe 15 years old.
Wow.
So he started playing with Burning Spear from them time, late 70s, you know. So all of that music. Anytime they have a show in Port Antonio,
yes,
they used to use a band called Japasses, which I was in that band for a short period of time, you know.
Yes.
I wasn't pushing too much music that way, but after a while, it just become a part of me, you know, a realization that this is the way I'm gonna go, and I go that way with singing.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because so many times people do feel it early on in life, and it seems like you not only felt it, but you embraced it.
Yeah, have to. Yeah, and all my kids do something with music.
Really?
Yeah, one play drums, one play keyboard, and one 3-year-old is kind of too young, but he sings.
He sings.
Yeah. And he has a little guitar, so you know. Yeah. So all of them is music.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you have really been able to. One of the things that is fascinating to me about reggae is the legacy, and it sounds like the legacy continues even within your household.
Yeah, it have to. Because I promised myself if I have any kids, they have to be in music. Because music is in me. So all of my seeds must have music in them. So, you know, them doing it.
Yes.
Just give them some time to be kids a little bit and then balance it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things.
So now tell the audience now, you've had the opportunity to be with the Wailers.
Yeah.
You have also now, you've been on your own. You've had such an interesting career.
Yeah. In 1998, I started doing lead vocals for the Wailers.
Yes.
You know, travel all over the place, get a whole new experience, and meet, you know, new amount of Bob Marley fans and my fans, and play with great musicians like Family Man Barrett and Junior Marvin, Sika Patterson, Al Anderson, Tyrone Downey for a little bit, and it was a great experience, 9 years.
Yes.
Yeah, and then after that, in 2004, I had to leave that because I got put into house music.
Interesting.
House music, yeah.
Of all things.
Yeah. I never expect it, but there is this DJ who produces. His name is Bob Sinclair.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a house DJ. So
isn't he out of France or something?
yeah, he's French.
Yes.
So it's like one of the things that happened is he wanted a Jamaican voice. So that was me. And I believe I was the first Jamaican to actually sing on a house track.
Okay.
I don't know, but maybe. I've been told that.
Yes.
You know, but we did like 2 albums where I was, the first one was Western Dream. I did about, 4 songs on that album. And then he did Sounds of Freedom, which is another album after that. And I probably did about 2 or 3 songs on that one.
Wow.
So it's been really good, you know? And you get to travel all over. I was at the opening for the, 2006 World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, so that was broadcast all over the place. And the song Love Generation is the theme song, and it's a big song all over the place because anytime I meet people, they either love it for what it is, or they tell me, mostly women always tell me, that's my workout song.
Yes.
So that worked out well.
And I was just thinking how amazing that was that song got picked up.
Yeah. Yeah, while I was in the studio, the guys tell me, you know, say, Gary, you're going to be a rich man. I'll be like, oh, okay. You know, because they know it was going to be a hit. And it just started rolling, man.
Yes.
Just all over the place, man. I toured all over the place with it. You name it, I've been there. I just came from, I just did a private wedding in Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow.
And that was one of the songs they wanted me to play, you know?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just thinking, now before I go on, I'm going to talk about him for a second because he keep pulling all his hair and he know I just cut my hair this week. So I said he's just showing off now all of these beautiful locks. Yes, exactly. Beautiful.
Dread not his dread now.
Go ahead. Get the people what they want.
Dreadlocks Congo Bongo high. Natty dread.
That's right.
Been a natty dread for years, you know. And it's not how long you been a Rasta is the realization. So realize that we couldn't be this, that, or that, but you have to be something.
That's right.
So I choose Rasta.
All right now.
Yeah, because the way always is society is good. People are good. But then you have people in power who is trying to control the whole thing. And as long as you have free people all over the world,
yes,
that's not going to work.
Exactly.
You know, so there's ways and means. But I can't take nobody controlling me.
What's that?
Can't do that.
Tell me this. As a reggae artist, well, first let me ask you, when did you know you were a reggae artist? When did you know it was in your blood?
Well, like we said, we grew up around it. That's all we used to do. The only time when we used to do other music is when we just starting out and just building stuff and, you know, what we hear on the radio, we try to emulate. But after that, it's just pure reggae.
Yes.
Pure reggae.
And so now, with that, what is the message that you want to give to the world through your music?
Peace, love, and freedom. Yeah. No more control.
All right.
We can't take that.
Yes.
That's the same thing Bob Marley fight for, the same thing Bunny Wailer fight for, the same thing a lot of artists, because it's not only reggae artists, you know, because you have people like the OJs, Four Tops, you know?
Yes.
So there's a lot of musicians and singers and players of instruments who have the freedom to express the power of the few who can't really express it. So we have to express it. There's a lot more coming. I have a lot more music. Because the one thing that I make sure I emulate from Bob Marley is Bob Marley have his own studio. So I make sure I have my own studio.
All right now.
You understand me? So I can get up anytime and go create.
I understand
you know,
that completely.
I don't have to call nobody and say, yo, let's book some time. No. Wake up, go downstairs, boom.
And you know what I like about that is that you have taken pieces of what he did to enhance who you are as an artist.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
you did not imitate who he was.
Can't do that. Love him too much for do that. That's just an opportunistic thing. But I never feel that way. I'm more inspired, but never feel like I should imitate. You know? Because I see why the world, the globe love him. And if anybody believe in aliens and there's more people on some planet over there and them can hear reggae music from the earth, them exactly know what Bob Marley was talking about.
All right.
And then don't even have to know the language, but them can hear the music and feel it and see how people on earth react to it.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah, so one of them things.
And so we definitely have to say thank you to Sharon Gordon and to Carlisle and for CPR, because what they're doing with CPR and Reggae Culture Salute is keeping it alive and enabling more people to hear it, feel it, and understand it.
Yeah, and this is my first year with them, you know. Okay. It's a great opportunity to showcase my music.
Yes.
You know, check me out.
Tell them
you understand me?
Where can they check you out?
You can check me out on what them call the Facebook. You can check me out on the Twitter or the Twat. You can check me out on Instagram or Instagramming. You can check out my music on iTunes and all the different platforms, you know, from Jamaica to the world.
Yes.
And we're coming up with more reggae. So we have house music and we have reggae music, so we have to balance it.
That's right. And it's all music that comes from the soul.
From the soul. Because it's all about message and having fun. At least some of it is about having fun. Some of it, the rest of it is about messages, you know?
Yes. And peace, love, and freedom.
Peace, love, and freedom.
All right. Well, you heard it from the man himself. And we thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Blessings and success.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends.
We will be back shortly. You hear that? All right. You know, so you never did hear that.
So, I'm here to do a tribute to Peter Tosh. I'm not a singer, like you said, I'm a poet. You know, and we make noise, that's all the job of a poet is to make noise. So, I know who no come to see Dan Minor, who no come to see, you know. Here again, they say it again, you know who no come to see. So, alright, just be remembered to the piece, alright? I can hear the words of the rest. I still can't sing, but I'm going to try anyway. Sing Babylon, the true and gone down.
I'm Dr. Kathleen Walls.
And this is Mishabella.
And you are watching Dr. Walls and Friends on UCCN.
That's what you always hear from me. My people that think I'm my brother. My people I'm my brother. Slip that way to you one. Maybe will come some may try to criticize, but I'm walking in the footsteps of the Almighty. You can hear me if I say, I'm going to my hands up the place. You realize if I say, I'm telling what's in one word.
Sitting here, I really want to say with the Honorable. I had to come up with a good title for you. Everton Blender, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Give thanks for life, you know.
Yeah. You just came off stage and what a performance. And the people didn't even want you to leave stage.
That's good, you know. We always perform good, you know. But the other day I was in Jamaica, you know, and I pick up a little cold, you know, so I know them still not hear the right Everton Blender yet.
Well, I don't think the people noticed. They gave you so much energy.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
They loved you.
They love me, yeah.
Loved you. So now tell us, we're not going to have you talk long because you just performed and as you said you had a little cold, so we got to respect the vocal cords.
Yeah.
Now tell the audience a little bit about your career in reggae music. Let's start with, when did you know that reggae was in you?
Well, right, you know, from my youth I go to school, you know, from my 6 year of age going to private school, I've been singing, you know, because my family was a singing bird family.
Oh.
You know, I have a lot of family that can sing. My auntie, my two auntie, my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know, so we're coming from a singing bird.
You couldn't get away from it.
No, it's in the genes, you know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So you knew very early on.
Yeah, so Everton Blender have it, you know, because we love conscious music. And when we're going into the ghetto, we get to find out that a lot of times people did wrong and the wrong turn back around to hurt them. So when I grow up, I said to myself, I'm just gonna do right. I'm gonna sing conscious music because I notice most of these guys out there, they are not living anymore.
Yes.
Because they died and gone because of what they do back in those days. And a lot of people out there who do the right thing, they're living until today.
Yeah.
You know?
And so now by you making that choice, how much would you say that fueled you to keep going and doing what you do?
Come again?
How would you say that fueled you? So those times maybe when you were discouraged, because many times when people say this is my mission or this is my purpose, they may hit periods of being frustrated.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, sometimes it's a little rough, you know, and a little frustrated sometimes, but the same set of people, them out there, my fans, is that they know what's happening to me sometimes. Them say, Everton Blender, I know that you're going through a lot of stress and struggle, but remember, lift up your head and hold it up high. You know, just a come. And them start telling me about some of my songs, them that I've sung and build me up back. You know?
Yes, yes. Now, you know what I have wanted to know? Where did the blender come from?
Well, when I was a youth growing up,
I used to sing by the name of Everton Williams. So some of my fans said to me, I must not sing with my real name. I have to find a stage name. Some say, I don't know no name, so to find a name give me. So them start calling me Pliers, them start calling me Toaster.
Okay.
So I say, no sir, don't call me no Toaster, I better only say Blender. And the name just stick on.
Look at that.
Yeah. You know, the name just stick on me just like that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It was meant for you.
Yeah, it was meant for me.
So now tell me, when you perform, what is the message that you want your audience to leave with? What do you want to seed in them?
Well, we just want them to have love, you know. Love them one another, because that is what Jah taught us.
Yes.
Love our one another, and don't envy our one another. Sometimes you might see a brother going through and you not going through. Don't bad mind or grudge him, because behind that dark cloud is a silver lining.
Yes.
So you have to just remember, just do good and everything will be alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
And so now for people who want to follow you, want to obtain your music or find out where you're performing next, is there a website or Facebook page that they can go to?
Yeah, they can go on Blend Them Inc. Blend Them INC at hotmail.com.
Alright.
You know, and they can tweet Everton Williams on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, and if they need anything else, you know, they can contact me at 954-696-1128 or 954-297-1607.
All right.
You know?
Well, I am going to let you rest your voice. I could talk to you so much longer, but I'm going to let you rest. Thank you so much for taking this time with us.
Okay, man, you're welcome, man. Nice to be here, too.
All right. Peace and blessings.
Blessed love.
All right.
All right.
And we will be back shortly on Dr. Walls and Friends. Welcome to Dr. Walls and Friends. We are here at the end of the 10th annual Reggae Cultural Salute with the Queen herself, who brought the house down, Miss Marcia Griffith. Welcome and thank you for being here this evening.
Well, I'm happy to be here. I look forward to this moment and I really and truly enjoyed it. It was overwhelming.
Yes, and you were honored with the Pinnacle Award this year.
Yes.
From CPR. How did that feel?
Very, very.
Provided, well, I'm going to let Miss Pat tell you about this. Hold on. Before we do the Pinnacle, let Miss Pat tell you about this. Here you go, Miss Pat. Tell them.
Marcia, on behalf of VP Records and CPR, I'd like to congratulate you for 50 years in reggae music.
Looking great.
Thank you. It's from my friend Michael Thompson, and he wants to tell you how much he appreciates you, and he did this especially for you. Yeah. You have the certificate to prove that it's authentic, and he did it especially for you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Put your hands together, please. This is a wonderful portrait of Marcia. Absolutely wonderful. Now, we have a guest that wants to show it to you. Okay.
Tom,
where are you?
Where are you, Tom? Oh, what a beautiful feeling to be on stage with your mom. Oh my God, isn't that wonderful? Mother and son are singing together. Thank you so much. Great team.
And so, go ahead, Marcia. Go ahead.
You know, I can't find enough words to express how I feel, because as I tell you, without my family right here, this would not have been possible. I thank God for preserving me throughout the years, but you have this for 50 years, and I love you truly and I thank you for everything. And I will continue to say, give me all the flowers now while I'm here with you. Don't wait till I'm gone, please. All right? I cannot read my tombstone.
All right, I like that. Well, Cap, I need you to come and relieve Mommy of this because we have one more thing for Mommy. So now, I wish Brother Carlisle was here to help me make this presentation. Where are my board members? Can the board members step forward? Step up close, don't stay so far. Now, this is from, it says, Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music, Pinnacle Award for Excellence, presented to Marcia Griffiths, November 1st, 2014. And like I said, this award is for 50 years of holding strong, keeping the faith, and representing for us as a people. She's an icon, Marcia Griffiths. We present this to you on behalf of the entire CPR family.
Thank you so much once again. But you know what? We're still waiting for the reward. Yes. We're looking for the reward. And I want you all to know that every award that I've gotten, I share and celebrate with all of you. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia Griffiths. We love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you.
Thank you too.
And now, you all have got to like give her like some kind of Brooklyn noise, you know, not the regular kind of.
No, Sharon, we're not finished yet because we could not be finished until we see Brooklyn Massive doing the longest living song and dance. How we talking about the electric slide?
All right, so let me
and of course, can we have some sisters on stage right now?
And grateful. And as I said on stage, all my awards I share with all my fans, and I call them my family because they are the ones who have been responsible for, supporting me and making it possible that I can be here today, experiencing all these beautiful moments.
And here you, 50 years in the industry.
Yes, long journey.
Does it feel like it?
No, it feels like just yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it. I saw you moving on stage. I need to be able to move like that too.
Well, when the music hits, you feel no pain, you know?
Yes.
Once I hit the stage, I come alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you brought everybody alive as well. So
yes,
thank you.
I'm thankful. I'm truly thankful.
Well, let me ask one last question. What is it that you like to leave with your audience? What is it that you want to give to the people?
I want to give them always, continually. No doctor in the universe can touch souls.
Yes.
And I know what it feels like to touch a soul, to uplift and to, when they're happy, I am happy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I can leave all that love, touching souls,
yes,
and, allowing someone to even think from whatever negativity to positiveness because of my music touching their souls.
Yes.
That is all I want to know I can do.
Well, you have done that.
Yes.
And thank you, and may you continue to do so.
Thank you, and thank you for your support too as well, and thanks for coming.
You're welcome. And keep using that smooth voice, and I see your son has a smooth voice as well.
Well, yeah, he's blessed.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for joining us on Dr. Walls and Friends, and we will continue to support you and listen to you and be uplifted and motivated by you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all for having me, and I want to thank all my family, as I call them now. We past fans for their support over the years, and just keep the fire burning.
That's right, and we'll be back on Dr. Walls and Friends.
Oh, she ready?
We are CPR, one of you for staying with me, for supporting me. Words is not enough tonight. I love you too. So without further ado, we'd like to dedicate this next song to each and every one of you here. This one is from our hearts to your heart. Gonna give you joy, gonna make you mine until the end of time. I'm so thankful that I found you, gonna build my whole world around you. Mark my word, I'm gonna be, I'll always be your girl. Sarah,